Red flags that mean you should not become a K-pop idol or be famous at all. 1. You have a lot of ex. People who have a lot of ex-girlfriend or boyfriend are asking for trouble if they think they can be successful in the K-pop industry. Unless you have a good relationship with all of them and ended things without any bad blood, but that's just impossible. More importantly, if even one photo of you and your ex being intimate leaks, your fans are not going to be happy about that. Having a lot of relationships means a lot of people have seen you. Some of them could be haters or just jealous of you. If this is your red flag, maybe forgetting about the idol dream and every other career related to being a star is the best choice you can make for your mental health. Too risky, because if you fall harder than anyone else. 2. You yapping too much. Idols might be different from each other, but they have one important trait in common: keeping secrets. Imagine you're an idol going live on Instagram and yapping about company secrets and your group members' personal lives. You're done. Nobody can work with people like that. Yapping as a normal office worker is fine because nobody knows you. But as an idol who is respected by millions of fans, yapping too much will get you in a lot of trouble. If you like talking about sensitive secret that your friend or your company told you to keep it secret, you could get in a lot of trouble in the K-pop industry. 3. You're flirting too much. If you were the popular kid in high school, known as the friendliest person ever, becoming a K-pop idol might make you come across as flirty. K-pop idols are very pretty and handsome. Seeing two idols of the opposite gender being too friendly with each other is not normal in the K-pop industry. Even in day-to-day life, if you see two attractive people being close, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Of course, you'll think they're dating, even if they're just friends. Men and women can be friends only if one or both of them aren't attractive, or they have no interest in each other. A flirty K-pop idol is not a good look, and you won't survive long. 4. You're impatient. If you're the type of person who can't wait, like you submit an audition video and get anxious after 2 days because nobody replied, that's a red flag. Audition videos get responses only during official recruitment seasons, and even then, it can take 2 weeks to 2 months to review. If there's no response at all, check if you made a mistake, wrong email, phone number, or submitted the wrong format or bad quality. In most companies, if they didn't respond after 2 months, that simply means you failed the online audition. If you fail and feel like the world is crumbling, that's a sign you're impatient. Another red flag. Being a K-pop idol takes 4 to 5 years of intense training and you give up after one failure, you're not going to survive. 5. You're sloppy and lazy at the end of practice. Some people are so fired up at the beginning. Today I'm going to dance training for 1 hour. But just 30 minutes in, you're already getting sloppy. You're not putting in much effort, your movements are stiff and not full range. That is a red flag. If you really love dancing and singing, it should be the opposite. You should get more excited because you can see your skills improving in real time and you're having fun doing it. The moves that K-pop idols can do, you can't believe you can do them too. But if you have a habit of dropping energy mid-practice, maybe your body is trying to tell you that you don't love it. You just love the concept of being an idol but hate actually becoming one. 6. You get bored when dancing. Feeling exhausted because you trained too hard is normal. But boredom? That's the biggest red flag of all. 90% of a K-pop idol's performance is dancing. If you're not passionate about it, why even bother? If you treat dancing and singing like chores, you need to get over with as fast as possible. Instead of enjoying the process, you're going to fall into depression once you become an idol. Imagine being forced to do what you don't like on an extreme level. You're not going to make it. 7. You can't listen to your own voice. It's okay to have a bad voice at the start, but after training and improving your tone quality, if even judges compliment you and you still hate your own voice, that's a red flag. Imagine a singer who's not a fan of their own songs or an artist who hates their own art. Why do you want to become what you hate doing? Just because people around you think it looks cool? Being an idol is not like opening a business. You can hate avocados and still make money by hiring someone to grow and sell avocado because it's a product. But being an artist is different. You not selling a product, you selling the talent and the art. If you hate your own voice, you'll lose direction in life even if you make it big. Be your own biggest supporter. 8. You have no filter when you're mad. If you still throw tantrums, yell, curse, or argue with people who are never going to make the debut lineup. Being a K-pop idol means dealing with hate, harsh words, and online comments. You either learn to ignore them or avoid them entirely. Remember, the moment an idol talks back to haters is the moment they admit defeat. They're just rage baiting you. Don't fall for it. 9. You have a husky voice. Having a deep or husky voice is unique, but not many people with that voice make it big in K-pop, except Yuki from G-Idol. Even though she's popular now, for 2 years she was criticized for being too different from mainstream idols. yes, but she didn't give up and embraced who she was. Still, that's her. People like her because of her personality. If you think you can be like her, that's a bit unrealistic. Husky-voiced idols are hard to fit into groups, unless you're part of a group that breaks the K-pop standard like G-Idol. 10. Your parents already hate K-pop. Changing your parents' minds is one of the hardest things in the world, and we all know it. If you come from a country where parents don't care what you do after 18, you're lucky. But for most people, parents are control freaks. If your parents truly hate K-pop, you're done. Even if you succeed, they'll never acknowledge it, because what parents hate the most is admitting they were wrong and you were right. That's why it's important to make them like K-pop from the start. Be a good child and show only the positive, elegant side of K-pop. Don't show them Blackpink or BTS. Show them IU or other solo artists whose careers resemble singers from your country. 11. You don't like taking orders. If you hate being told what to do, you're not cut out to be an idol. Actually, hating being told what to do means you're a creative person. Maybe a business owner, freelancer, YouTuber, or influencer. That's great. But it's the worst red flag for becoming a K-pop idol, because 90% of the time, the company tells you what to wear, where to live, how to act, and how to speak. It's written in the contract. If you don't follow the image of a pure K-pop idol, you'll get in trouble. 12. You chase trends, not growth. The K-pop industry has ups and downs. You might like it now, but are you sure you'll still like it in 10 years? If you want to become an idol just because it's trendy and everyone in your school talks about it, you're not in it for the right reasons. Loving K-pop is okay, but you also need a deep passion for music. So even if K-pop loses popularity, you'll still love what you do. If you're only in it for fame and money, what if you don't get either? What if idols don't make much money 5 and 10 years from now? You'll end up questioning your entire life. 13. You get jealous easily. If you envy your friend for getting a higher grade, or get mad at your sibling for having nicer things, you're not a team player, and that's a red flag K-pop companies try to avoid when building a debut group. They don't want civil wars between group members later in their careers. That would be a disaster. 14. You hate practicing. If you're the type of person who thinks just being talented is enough, wake up. Singing isn't just opening your mouth and letting the angels take over. It's hours of boring, painful, frustrating vocal warm-ups, breathing exercises, and singing the same 30-second part over and over again until your neighbors hate you. You're gonna have to sound like a dying dolphin before you start sounding like an idol. And if you're lazy and only sing when you're in the mood, guess what? Someone out there with half your talent but double your hustle is already ahead of you. Talent means nothing if you're too lazy to use it. 15. You never train your voice. Let me guess. Your friends told you you sound good, so now you think you're ready to debut. Honey, no, that's raw potential. And raw potential without training is just wasted, like an unsharpened knife. Pretty, but useless. If you've never taken vocal lessons, never studied technique, never even watched a YouTube tutorial, what are you doing? This is not a karaoke competition. You need to build your range, your tone, your control. Train yourself seriously for 6 months to a year before even thinking about auditioning. Because if you walk into that room unprepared, get hit with criticism, and suddenly feel like the world is ending, congratulations, you just got traumatized. Always be your best self before you go chasing a dream that doesn't wait for people to figure it out later. The industry is cold, and talent without preparation gets eaten alive.